Uh, Hello, friends. Today we will talk about the ECG mechanism. In this video, we will talk about how ECG will form, how action potential of our myocardium change, and how ECG vector formed, and graph of ECG. So first, we talk about the how action potential change, myocardium action potential, how it change. So this is the myocardium, and myocardium action potential is is about minus 90 milliwatt. It is the resting membrane potential. When no any stimuli on the heart muscles, then it should be minus 90 milliwatt. When any stimuli comes from the outside and uh, inside goes inside the myocardium, then the minus 90 milliwatt changes to the minus 70 milliwatt. And when it changes minus 70 milliwatt, then sodium channel present on the membrane of the myocardium, it's open, and sodium influx occur. When sodium influx occurs, sudden change in the action potential of the myocardium, and it goes to the up to the minus plus 10 milliwatt, and after that it sudden down, and now the calcium channel open and potassium channel also open. Here calcium influx and potassium efflux happens. So this time the positive ion inside, and positive ion goes outside, so there is no change in action potential, and this is like this. And after that calcium channel will close and potassium channel will open, remain open. Then potassium efflux goes, and it's continue, and action potential goes up to minus 90 milliwatt. So this is the uh, action potential change in myocardium. And then here is gap junctions. From the gap junction, this action potential go to the next myocardium, and from next to next it goes to the all myocardium cells. So if any stimuli generate in any one myocardium cell, it goes to the all myocardium cell via the gap junction. So it is the uh, mechanism of how action potential generate in myocardium. So uh, now we will talk about how the ECG vector work. So let's talk about ECG vector works in a galvanometer. So if it is a galvanometer, and it is a myocardium, it is negative end, and it is positive end, and here is a needle, here positive 10 milliwatt, positive 20 milliwatt, here 0, here minus 10 milliwatt, and here minus 20 milliwatt. Let's see. uh, if this is minus 90 milliwatt, if any action potential come here and hit these muscles, then action potential generate, and it goes to the uh, plus 10 millivolt, and here positive ions will create, and these positive ions will flow in this direction. So this is vector. So positive vectors flow in positive terminal, on positive terminal. So its needle goes in this direction, and here positive reflection occur. And when the full myocardium change their potential and they will become positive, then action potential will now become zero. So this needle goes from plus 10 to 0 because no any uh, change occur at this time in myocardium. It is second stage, and this amplitude is depend on the thickness of myocardium. If myocardium is very thick, then this will more fluctuate. It means when it's thin it goes to my plus 10. If it will be thick, then it goes to the plus 20 plus 30 milliwatt almost. And uh, now let's talk about another thing. It is galvanometer, and it is myocardium, uh, negative and positive end. If stimuli come from this side, then first this membrane potential, this membrane becomes positive, and they come from this direction. So here is positive vector, but positive vector goes to the negative direction, so it reflects in negative direction. It means minus 10 or minus 20 milliwatt depending upon the thickness. So when positive vector go to the negative direction, it's depend on the shows negative deflection. And if positive uh, see here, 1 minute. At this time, as we know that the deflection in the needle will be zero, but negative, positive, positive, and it is negative needle, zero. But after this movement, the this stimuli comes from here. So when all the myocardium will positive become positive, then after this first this side is become negative, and it goes from this side. So negative vector in this side from to negative terminal. When negative terminal goes to negative side, so we know maths rule, negative plus negative will be positive. So in the needle the deflection will be positive because negative vector goes to the negative terminal. So it is very important concept. It will help in ECG mechanism. Let's talk about heart mechanism, heart vector. So it is our heart, and here is SA node and here is AV node. SA node generate current from the this direction, all this direction, and chest lead and leads terminals of the ECG here minus end and here positive ends are present in this direction, and AV node fires in this direction, and here Purkinje fibers are present which fires in this direction. Uh, this is interceptal Purkinje fiber, and this is ventricular Purkinje fiber, and the ventricular formation in this direction, and sinoatrial node. Sinoatrial node efflux from this direction, and here is AV node and bundle of his, and right branch of bundle of his, and left branch of bundle of his, and here Purkinje fiber. When stimuli generate from the SA node, it goes to the AV node, and from the AV node it goes to the bundle of his, and bundle of his it goes to the Purkinje fibers. Uh, so when SA node, let's talk about heart CCG. It is the midline. When SA node fires, the atrial depolarization occur. When atrial depolarization occur, uh, the positive here stimuli generate, it goes to the positive end. So in the ECG graph, positive deflection occur. When it goes to the AV node, in AV node very slow stimuli generate, which is not can read in a ECG machine because it is very slow. So here is no any deflection occur in the ECG graph. When it come to the bundle of his, then septal bundles, there is no any deflections occur in the right septal bundle of his. Left bundle of his deflections occur in this direction, and this is downward. So when we saw here, this is upward. So because it goes to the negative directions away from the positive end, so here is a small negative deflection occur, and from this the atrial depolarization occur. When atrial depolarization occur, whole the systems generate action potential from this side, this side, this side, this side, this side, all the ventricular wall generate action potential, this side, this side, from there to their action potential generate, and the thickness of my ventricular muscles of the left side is more than the thickness of the ventricular muscles of the right side. So here more reflections occur. So the net vector will be in this side. So this is in positive direction. So here a long vector form, and then the basal depolarization occur. The basal depolarization in this side, when all the membranes are positively charged, then the negative basal membrane goes negative and this direction. So here they goes to the positive to negative end, so there is negative deflection occur. In the last these are depolarized, so here is some negative deflection occurs. When this will happen, then all muscles go to the repolarization, but it is not read in ECG graph, and here is a zero deflection, and after that ventricles repolarize and a small T wave formed. This is the how ECG is formed, and now we will talk about the wave of the wave segment and interval of ECG graph. So this is a P wave. It shows the atrial depolarization. This is Q wave. It shows ventricular septal depolarization, and this is R wave. It shows a major ventricular depolarization, and this is S wave. It shows basal ventricular depolarization, and it is T wave which shows the ventricular repolarization, and between these segment uh, some intervals and segments are present, uh, like PR interval. PR interval means it it is PR interval. It means it start from the ventricular articular depolarization and goes to the starting of the ventricular depolarization. And QR is interval, it is completely the ventricular depolarization. And QT interval, uh, QT interval, QT interval, it is show from ventricular depolarization and ventricular repolarization, all the things. And segments, here is a segment PQ segment. uh, PQ segment, it shows the time between arterial depolarization and ventricular depolarization. And here is ST segment, it shows the time between ventricular depolarization and ventricular repolarization. So let's talk about the graph of ECG. It is graph of ECG. So ECG, in ECG there are one big graph. It is a big graph. It is a big graph, and these are small graphs. And 300 big graphs control in 1 minute, passes in 1 minute, and it means 60 seconds. And in one big column or one big square, five small squares are present. So it means if one we talk about one big square, time taken to one big square, so it will be uh, 60 upon 300, 60 second, and 300 graphs pass in 1 second. So it is 0.2. So one big square take time to 0.2 seconds. And when we talk about the one small squares, so one big square is equal to five small square, five small squares. So uh, one small square is equal to 0.2 upon 5, equal to 0.4 second, 0.04 second. So time, the interval of 1 graph is 0.4 seconds. uh, it is very important point. Duration of one small square is 0.4 0.04 second. It is very important in any clinical correlations. So let's talk about the ECG graph. So P wave, it is P wave, it is Q, R, S, and this is T wave. Uh, the interval of P graph is normally 2.5 small squares. So let's see here, 2.5 small squares. 2.5 small squares means 0.4 is equal to 0.1 second. And the time taken between PR segment, it is about 2.5. This is 2.5 seconds. No, 2.5, it means half and half. This is not happens here. And after that ventricular repolarization occur, and Q or X complex also use 2.5 small squares. So it also shows the 0.1 seconds. And after that QT interval takes uh, uh, sometimes, and here T wave shows. This is all about the ECG graphs. And there are two types of chest lead, two or three types of chest lead. Number one is a unipolar chest lead, number 2 is bipolar chest lead, and no number 1 is unipolar lead, number 2 is bipolar lead, and number 3 is chest lead. uh, Unipolar or bipolar chest lead is for uh, frontal plane, uh, catching of frontal plane heart electrical activity, and chest lead catch the horizontal horizontal currents of the our heart. And chest leads are 6 in number, and unipolar limbs are 3 in number, and bipolar limbs are also 3 in number. And bipolar limbs shows the Inthon's triangle, and Inthon's triangles form the Inthon's law. It means 1 plus 3 is equal to 2. We will prove it in next video.